What's up? JC with Wrongtostrong. Welcome back to my channel, family. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you haven't hit that like button or left me a comment, go ahead. I had decided to get a room in a hotel because I got kind of tired of being, at my place. So I'm recording in the hotel in downtown Phoenix today. Today we're going to talk about something that I hope you're not going to jail, but if you are on your way to jail or you're about to do some time, you need to watch this video because I'm going to give you 10 tips of what you need to do to survive that prison term. Let's get into this. Hey, what's up, JC with Wrongtostrong? I'm back by popular demand. No, I'm just playing. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button, leave me a comment. I'm going to give you 10 tips today to survive prison. Prison sucks, but let's be real. A lot of people go into prison in the United States. I mean, a lot. DUI, drugs, stealing, you name it. And it's a stressful place. It's stressful on your mind, your body, and your spirit. Falling in that trap of focusing just on one thing when you go in is something bad. Developing a routine is what's going to keep you in a balanced, state of mind where you develop your mind, your body, and your spirit. Everyone's seen that picture of that dude that gets out of prison. He's like swole, ripped, but they come out. And since that's all they focused on while they were doing their time, they're back in a couple months, maybe a year or two, because the return rate's really high. It's like 83%. So you have to have a plan. So the thing is, I'm going to give you 10 tips to survive your prison term, and then we'll go from there. Number 1 is your attitude. In prison, your attitude determines almost everything. If you come across as being like the tough guy, too tough, and a bad attitude, guess what? Someone is going to adjust that for you. Someone's going to check you that's been doing time, has been in there for a long time, or has nothing to lose. They're going to check you. So never go in with that mentality of trying to prove yourself or trying to be that tough guy. Now, the other side of the coin on that one is too weak. If you seem too weak and too scared, then the wolves are going to be out to get you, and they're going to get you. You got to have the right attitude to get along with your fellow inmates and do your time in peace. Number 2, start planning from day 1 of your release. If you don't, you must enjoy prison because the odds are you're going to be coming back. Plan everything, a job, a place to live, budget, etc., etc. Everything that you need to do for when you come home, you need to plan it from day 1. Everybody made fun of me how I started planning what I was going to do when I got out, when I still had some time left. They were like, what are you doing, JC? Why are you planning? You have 5 years to do still. And I would just be like, man, time flies. Next thing you know, it's already 2, 3, 4 years. And, it's like that dude that waits. He gets fat in there. And he waits until his last 90 days to start working out and start getting in shape. This is plan. If you plan, guess what? You make it. Number 3, maintain the lines of communication that you have with your outside people, whether it's your family, your girlfriend, your friends. Maintain that because those are the ones that are going to be your biggest form of help when you get home. It's going to be your safety net. So maintain those relationships. Write, call, do what you have to do to maintain those relationships in a good format. 4, be prepared to lose some of your friends, family, and even a girlfriend. They're going to dump you. Some are going to dump you, so get ready for that. It happens. It happens to everybody. Be ready. Be ready for your girl not to answer your calls. She'll start dating somebody. Your family's not going to pick up your calls because they're too expensive. It happens. It happens to the best of us. So just be ready in your head to expect that. Don't get there and lose your shit. The phone is the #1 stress box in the whole prison system. Don't get into that. Number 6, listen twice as much as you talk, especially until you know what's going on that yard. Every yard has a different type of politics going on, so you have to be careful and listen. Figure out what is going on first. 7, get the way of the land. And what I mean by that is you're going to have to figure out who sits where. Where does the white sit? Where do the Mexicans sit? There's always, it's a world inside of a world. So you're going to have to get the way of the land and figure it out first before you make any moves. Every prison has its own rules, both in writing and unwriting. So every prison has its own community in itself. So you got to get that first before you start making any moves. Don't get there and start trying to open up a store and stuff like that. You'll get your shit twisted. So, okay, that moves us into number 8. Be patient. Everything moves very slowly in prison. The staff is not in a hurry to do anything for you or your fellow inmates. Get ready for long lines, delay after delay. Get ready for this because everything moves very, very slowly in there. Don't lose your shit because you can't be patient. I think it's one of the biggest lessons that I learned in there is patience. Number 9, choose your friends very, very carefully. And your enemies even more carefully. The right people can find jobs for you, programs, benefits. If you hang with the right people, you'll be able to do something with yourself while you're there. The wrong ones are going to get you hurt in segregation or even more time. I've seen it. I've seen guys go in there with 6 months and have to do 10 years because they hung around with the wrong people. We call them torpedoes. They hang around with the wrong people, they get them in trouble, and guess what? They end up catching another case in there. Don't do it. Find yourself is number 10, and that's the biggest one. Program is all I have to say. Find the good in the bullshit. And what I mean about that is turn something bad into something good. Read, learn, study, go to church, work out. Hang around with the winners. There is winners in there. You know, people think that it's a bunch of fucking losers in there. Maybe there were losers when they first went in. They broke the law, whatever. But there is some very, very smart, knowledgeable, good mentors in there that will help you get through hard times and help you understand things that you don't understand. I had some of my best mentors in prison, and they were lifers that told me, JC, if you don't get your shit together, eventually you're going to spend the rest of your life here. You have a chance. Don't fuck it up. And they're never coming home. So they're doing that for a reason. I hope that you watch this video, and if you are going to do some time, I'm sorry. But it is what it is. Obviously, you did something you shouldn't have done, and now you find yourself in that position. The easiest way for people that have never done time to go do time is a DUI. It's very, very dangerous nowadays to catch a DUI because you end up doing time regardless. So my biggest thing is don't break the law. If you walk the straight and narrow life, guess what? You won't do no time. I hope that this video helped you to try and get through these times if you are going to go do time. And I hope that you follow the program so you could actually come out a better man, better than you were when you went in. My name's JC, and I am Wrongtostrong. This is my channel. This is my story. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. And if you're a new person coming on my channel, I suggest you start from the bottom, coming up, so that way you can get to know my movement, my story, and everything I do. We have different stuff on this channel, from Chicago mob bosses to cartel members, and it all has to do something with my story. I spent 17 years in prison, in and out. I didn't get my shit together until this last time. I said, that's it. Done is done. I don't want to spend the rest of my life in prison, and I made the changes that I needed to make, and I started my foundation, Wrongtostrong. I have a book on Amazon, and I'm about to release my second book. But this is just me showing my life and hopefully reaching the right person. I don't glamorize nothing I do or I say. I don't glamorize the life that I have. I just show and express my feelings about stuff. And the number one thing is that I tell you my story so you don't make the mistakes that I made. So that way I could probably help somebody that needs to hear it. Okay? JC, Wrongtostrong, and I am Wrongtostrong. Don't judge nobody. Give somebody a hug. Stay in your lane and keep it savage. I'll check you on the rebound.